Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to make these adorable Easter bunnies in a jar. It's a really fun little treat, pretty inexpensive to make, and I think it looks really cute. Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. First, you're going to want to gather your supplies, and I'm just doing this on a tray so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing since I have such a dark countertop. But you're going to want your mason jar. This particular jar, I'm not sure of the size, but I will find out and let you guys know. But make sure you wash this really well before you use it, since you are putting food in here without a wrapper. So you have your mason jar. You're going to need your bunny. I found that this Russell Stover milk chocolate bunny is the best size to put in these jars. I was at Target and I was looking at the bunnies, and the ones that seemed like they would be appropriate size to fit in the mouth of the jar were all wrapped in foil. And I wanted one that you could see what the bunny actually looked like, because when you remove the foil, you don't know what it's gonna look like under there. So I chose this one. It was the best size and had the best aesthetics for what I want to use it for. So I got a bunny. I also purchased a package of this edible Easter grass. This one is from Target. They were on sale 3 for $5. You get 1 ounce. I'm sure that they sell this elsewhere, but this particular kind is from Target. And then I also got a bag of Hershey's chocolate covered eggs. I liked the color of these eggs the best. You could use M&Ms, you could use peanut M&Ms, you could use Cadbury mini eggs. The possibilities are endless. There's no right or wrong way to do this. So chocolate covered eggs. And then I also have a piece of raffia that I'm just going to tie around the jar at the end. So let's go ahead and get started. The first thing I'm going to do is take some of my Easter grass and just layer it in the bottom of the jar. Now, I've never worked with Easter grass, so I'm doing this the first time, just like you will be. So I'm just kind of winding it into like a small nest to fit it in the jar. Let me get a little bit of blue in there. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So I'm just gonna wind that up, put it in the jar. Okay, so there is the grass in the jar. I got 2 bags of this grass thinking I would use the entire bag in the jar. You don't need that much. It goes along, little goes a long way. So then I'm going to take the chocolate bunny out of its package. And, oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is what I'm talking about, how they didn't fit in the jars. So I'm going to take this bunny and I'm going to cut it down so that it fits in the jar. So I'm just gonna take the bunny, and I guess you could do this with any bunny. So, and I'm just gonna cut just a little bit off his backside, like so. Let's see if he fits now. He does, okay. Then I'm just gonna place him in the jar, like so. Let's see if I get him to stand up in there. And then I'm gonna take a little bit more of this Easter grass and I'm gonna place it around him to kind of stabilize him a little bit. So I'm just gonna slide that down in there. Play with it a little bit, push it down around him. Okay. So there's that. And then after I've done that, I'm gonna eat this little piece of chocolate I cut off. Pretty good. And then I'm gonna take some of my chocolate eggs and just place those around the bunny as well. Oh, that one's broken. So I'm just gonna take those and kind of drop them in there. Okay, so that looks pretty good. Just gonna do that till I think it looks acceptable. I think that looks pretty acceptable. Then all you do is you just take your lid and you just screw it on. Oh, and I didn't really think about this, but the jar has writing on one side, and I kind of want the bunny to face the side that doesn't have writing. So you can just sort of take the bunny and rotate it, and it'll rotate all the stuff inside the jar along with it. So, there we go. So then you're just gonna place the lid on your jar, like so. And then I'm gonna use this raffia, and I'm just gonna tie it around the jar. So I'm just gonna wrap that around there a couple of times, like so, just to make it look cute. That is really sliding on there. And then I'm just gonna tie it in a bow. Let's tie it in a bow. Well, that didn't work really well. You could use ribbon or yarn or whatever else you might have lying around. So I'm just gonna tie it in a little bow. I'm gonna trim off the tail. And I'm gonna rotate the bow around to the front. And there we have it. Bunny in a jar. He's pretty cute. I will insert some pictures of this so you guys can see what the finished product actually looks like compared to the pin. But there is my bunny in his jar. He's leaning a little bit. I don't know that there's a way to really get him to stand up. You could probably put him in first and kind of like melt him and stick him to the bottom, but ain't nobody got time for that. So there you have it, Easter bunny in a jar.